Yeah, I had men get shot and killed right next to me. Yeah, one of my close friends was on the water-cooled machine gun, covered me when I was coming across a little valley, and he saw me coming. He says, "Run, buddy, run." He said, "My gun is jammed."
I didn't know he went into the military. I didn't know he was in World War II until I was like in high school. He did not talk about it, not at all. Didn't talk about it.
When we were on Okinawa, there was, yeah, we were fought on Okinawa, and there one place there was a cliff down by the cliff, and we had to crawl up a landing net put up there so we could crawl up over that cliff and get up there. Yes.
They made a movie called Hacksaw Ridge. Okay, so that's the same division as they were showing the same division as what Dad was doing. He was in Hacksaw's Ridge. They had the Statue of Liberty badge on their shoulders. That's the same division that Dad was in.
Yeah, 77th Division. Yeah, yeah. I can remember way back how I had an old man in our neighborhood that just swore real bad, most every swear word. The old man had never seen a movie. This is when I was a young man. We took this old man and walked about 3 miles to the movie house to see a movie. That's when, way back, they had serial Buck Rogers and stuff like this. And we sit in the back of the thing, and they started to show this Buck Rogers serial.
Here comes Buck Rogers with a squad of Saturnians. Fire the starting rockets.
This old man stood up. He says, "Don't you believe those SOBs? This is a bunch of BS." They kicked us out. I graduated in 44, and 4 days later, they drafted me into the Army.
And he was 17 years old when they drafted him.
Yes, when they drafted me, 17. Yes, my brother had joined the Coast Guard just after December 7th, and so I went down to sign up for the Navy. They said, well, because he'd given me a uniform and everything to go in, and they said, "We don't need any sailors today, you're going to be a soldier." And I went from there. And they said, "We'll never send you overseas until you're 18. I was just about in Hawaii when I turned 18. Our outfit mine was a heavy weapons outfit. They had water-cooled machine guns, mortars, and 105 cannon. They had used these cannon through the whole training of the division in the United States. They had worn the rifling out. So you'd hear this shell coming, thunk, 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 going end over end. I had one of these shells land right in front of me and didn't go off, just laid right there, about 25 feet away from me, just laid right there. Our own stuff killed a lot of our own men because it was worn out. In Okinawa, there was more people died in Okinawa than all the rest of the whole Pacific together. There were three different outfits. First Cavalry was on Okinawa too, and one group of us went along one shore and one the other shore, and the First Cavalry went up through the middle. And there one place there was a cliff down by the cliff, and we had to crawl up a landing net put up there so we could crawl up over that cliff and get up there. Yes. I had men get shot and killed right next to me. I had one man that was standing by me, got shot below the ear, and it came out below his eye on the opposite side. I thought he would die. Below his ear on one side, went through his head, come out below his eye on the opposite side. I thought he was dead because he hollered for the medic. And this man's name was Geiger. When I was home one after I'd got married and I was working at a sporting goods store where we rented out skis and stuff up in Seattle. And a man came in there to rent skis by the name of Geiger. I said, I've only known one man like that. That's my brother. He said he lives down in Vancouver, Washington. His wife is a postmistress. I went down to see him. Looked like he's normal and talked normal and everything else. Really good. He survived and still doing good. I was a corporal, and we at that time they only had for communication between the front lines and the officers. The only main way they had communication was a little telephone they cranked. Other than that, they had a runner, a man who would run from the front lines back to the officers, and that was me. The only thing you couldn't even pack a rifle with you because you run it all the time. The first runner got shot and killed, and so they called me to be the runner. And you only had a 45 caliber pistol on your sides, all you had for protection then. Yeah. I had one of my close friends was on the water-cooled machine gun, covered me when I was coming across a little valley, and he saw me coming. He says, "Run, buddy, run." He said, "My gun is jammed." So I took it off across there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a lady that was working in a restaurant or something up there. We got to be friends, and she's the one that taught it to me. Ami hudi hudi ko sanga yanna me di homa kairu urashina picha picha choppa choppa run run run.
In 2015, OBON Society decided to make a grand gesture of peace by returning 70 good luck flags back to Japan on the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II. Accompanying us on this historic mission were 6 World War II veterans.
Hey, Ed Johan, age 92, the U.S. Navy.
I'm Paul Boger. I was 89 years old, and I was in the U.S. Navy.
I'm Elvin Shields, and I'm 92 years old, and I was in the United States Marine Corps.
I'm Harold Leduc. I'm 90, and I was in the U.S. Navy.
I'm Vernon Thompson, and I'm 90 years old, and I was in the U.S. Navy.
I'm Dallas Britt. I'm 89 years old, and U.S. Army.
Dallas Britt had returned home from the war with a flag, which he now brought with him to personally return to Japan. The first several days of our visit were fun. We toured around Tokyo, visited some historic sites, we saw some beautiful parks and shrines, and the men spent time in a war museum. And then the veterans requested that they visit Yasukuni Shrine and pay their respects. Finally, the day came when we would meet with the Prime Minister of Japan. The flags had all been wrapped in white boxes, with only Dallas Britt's flag exposed on top. After our meeting and conversation, the Prime Minister took great interest in Dallas's flag, and in particular, with the message written by the soldiers' children, asking their father to hurry home. The next day, we were back to the airport, ready to make the long flight home.
They've taken me out to a military out here to get me checked by a doctor, and they said, "Who's your doctor?" I said, "I don't have a doctor." "What medication do you take?" I said, "I don't take medication." Yeah. they told me here just recently, take some aspirin, that'll help your circulation. Other than that, that's the only thing I take since that time.
He doesn't even use Novocaine when he goes to the dentist.
No, I have my wisdom teeth and stuff pulled without any no Novocaine, no nothing, no deadening. I've always done that. Why? Because I got a headache and stuff from that stuff that they gave me for a couple of days. And I've had all my wisdom teeth pulled by it, and I knew some of those doctors. They say, "Damn you! I think it hurts me more than it does you." You know, I never shot at anybody. I'm sure the Lord blessed me that I never shot at anybody, and it makes you feel wonderful that you figure, you know, because those men were just doing their job just like me. Yeah, very much. Very wonderful people. Yeah, I love the Japanese people.
And he thinks so highly of the both of you. He, you know, this when he went to the honor flight, which was the first thing, and then he went to the Japan OBON thing, that has changed his whole perspective on it. He's always admired the Japanese, and I want to thank you. Blessings to you forever. I'm telling you, it's been wonderful. And the things that you do, both of you, has been, I know, has blessed so many people's lives. To get those flags back, to have recognition that their family, you know, has that flag. It's just, this is a big effort. It's not just a small, and I hope it gets out there all the time. I hope that there's always more flags coming in.
Oh, I'm getting older and older. It's about 95, yeah. Well, when I get old and ready to go, I'm ready to go anytime. There was another one I forgot most of us. Saya ba Okinawa yo, matakuri wa de yo, shibai wakariena, dami dami wakaranai. Dami dami means no good, doesn't it? Yeah. Saya ba Okinawa yo, matakuri wa de yo, shibai ami ami huri huri kosanga. Yanno made home kaidu the sheena. Pizza, chopper, run. Little girl going through the rain, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes. Ami's rain. Yes. Yeah.